Everything should start with a hook. That's not necessary. Left my job. I started writing on LinkedIn. I have seen a very challenging time. Still, I'm responsible. I'm a responsible mother. Still, I'm a responsible daughter-in-law. Still, I am a responsible wife. But apart from that, I have my own life too. That was the changing point in my life. I did my higher education after marriage. I started living for myself. Things can wait, but your dreams can't. Common mistake that I have been observing is that people try to copy another person.
One myth you want to break about personal branding. A lot of people are talking about ghostwriting these days.
Writing is how that particular thing will add value in someone else's life. What makes you different, that will be your strength. Their success mantra cannot be yours. खुद से कहो तो क्या चाहिए तुम्हें? एक बार खुद से कह के तो देखो.
Everybody's knowledge has value.
Showing up is very easy nowadays because you can just give a prompt and get everything. People, I don't know why they are just copy pasting everything through AI and posting on LinkedIn. You can't imagine. In a very magical way, things will happen to you.
Every powerful voice also goes through confusion before clarity.
Focus within. You need to go within. You can never satisfy everybody out there. The more you know yourself, the more you know the world. Give attention to your dreams. Your journey is unique and you have to just trust the process. Competing with no one in the world, competing with yourself. Perfection is actually a myth.
We are all connected by one sun.
How human you are in the process. This is how I want to add value in someone's life. Because God is also watching. That is how story is built. You can do it. Trust. There's no limit to anything when you just trust the process. I'm Sneha Longson. I am focusing on learning and implementing things.
Most people today are trying to become visible. They post more, they consume more, and they compare more. But the real question is, are they being understood? Welcome to another inspiring episode of Trust Your Journey 1.0, where we bring real stories, real journeys, and real conversations that helps people grow with clarity and purpose. Today we have with us Sneha Longson, a teacher, a strategist, storyteller, ghostwriter, and a personal branding expert who helps founders, consultants, creators, and professionals understand how they are perceived. She believes that the best personal brands are not built by becoming someone else. They are built by expressing who you already are in a way the world can understand. And in today's world, as Sneha ji says beautifully, the person who explains best always wins. Most people today don't struggle because they lack knowledge. They struggle because they don't know how to express their knowledge clearly. This episode explores how personal branding is not about becoming famous, it is always about becoming understood. Welcome, Sneha ji, to Trust Your Journey 1.0. I'm so honored to have this conversation today.
Thank you, Avinash. Thank you for having me. And I'm also very excited about it. Let's unfold.
Sneha ji, just to begin with the conversation, I know you often say most people don't struggle with content, they struggle with clarity. What does that really mean when someone has knowledge but cannot express it clearly? Where do you think the real block is? Thinking, confidence, or is it positioning?
So, yes, like I have been talking to so many people for the past 4 to 5 years now. And what I understood that they have knowledge. The knowledge is abundant. They don't lack knowledge. They don't lack content. They are intelligent. They have, you know, the ability to do the things. They have the ability to express themselves. But somewhere they think that what they do, they undermine their work because it sounds so obvious to them. Because something that comes naturally to you, you feel that it's normal. It's not something that we should tell people about. So when I talk to them, they struggle to explain the things, and I believe that when there's a part they think like simple things can't be expressed in a way that people will benefit out of it. But it's not like that. The more simple you become, the more simple you explain things, people will resonate with it deeply. So when I talk about clarity, it's about knowing yourself first, understanding what you do and what value you can add in people's life. So where the question comes about visibility and uh, building trust, we often see that there are many people who chase the vanity metrics. They believe that if they sound popular, if they sound trending, they would gain the visibility. Yes, they would definitely. And it happens. But the trust factor, they lack somewhere. People like them, people want to know from them, but they do not sustain you know, that trust. So I believe what you are, you should never mix your personality with someone else's personality. If you are doing something, that should be coming straight from your heart. That should not be something that is trending in the market. So, what I have been doing in the past 4 to 5 years on LinkedIn, yeah, you can definitely, play with 2, 3 correlated niche. I would not say that you should stick to one and only thing and you just talk about that only, because yeah, we have so many correlated things. And you cannot say that, yeah, I am a personal branding strategist, so I will just talk about that. No, it's not like that. I talk about so many motivational stuff, that I have so many stories that touch people, that people, they DM me personally and they say that your post touched me and I was suffering from this. I was feeling so low and your post just enlightened me up. So that is the thing that makes me, really happy. I might not be the person who is very famous on LinkedIn, who has millions of impressions, sorry, uh, who has so many followers. No, it's not like that. But those who are connected with me, they are from the very first day till now, they are with me. And I believe that that is the thing that is called trust building. That is the thing that is called authority. And no one can defeat that. So yeah, I have so much to talk about it, but yeah, we would like, I would ask you to jump on the next question.
And that's powerful because today everyone is trying to create more content out there.
Yeah.
But maybe in the real work is to just simplify the message first.
Yes, absolutely.
And I feel many people are not invisible because they have nothing to say. Everybody has got something or the other thing to say. They're just invisible because they haven't found the simplest way to say it. And maybe people like you who are there already, simplifying things for others too, connecting with others' emotions too. People can reach out to you as well. So we'll unfold Snehaji's journey as well. Stay tuned until the end of the podcast. We'll share our details as well. Yeah, please go ahead, Snehaji. You're saying something?
Yes, one thing just came into my mind when you talk about simplicity. Like people think that to be simple, to say something simply, people will assume that you lack knowledge. It's not like that. I have seen many intelligent people, they are very simple. They just uh, belong to something uh, you would call, like, they understand themselves inside out. Like they have that ability to go within, and they know that whatever they are thinking, they are clear on this. They have the clarity, they have the power to express, not maybe not in words, but yeah, their work speak what they think. And what I do is I do one simple thing, that is to define their positioning in a way that world understands what they are doing and how they think. So this is what I believe simplicity carries. And yes,
I'm glad because I think clarity is kindness, not only to yourself, but to your audience as well. Uh,
of course,
people,
of course. If you sound too fancy,
yeah,
if you use so many industry jargons, that doesn't help in any way.
yeah.
That doesn't help. You will reach to the audience, but that will be a very less number of people, those who will connect with you. But if you want to reach the masses, you have to be simple. You have to just think from their perspective. So this is what I do.
So I'm glad you answered this question because clarity is the first thing. This leads to me to my second question, Snehaji. In your view, what is the difference between building visibility and building trust through a personal brand? A lot of people misunderstand personal brand as well. Can someone be visible online but still not trusted? There are
I
many
think,
cases like this.
yeah, I think I have answered a bit of it in in your first question. So where we talk about visibility, it's people misunderstand that visibility is something that you gain from doing anything online. You can post any of the content that is trending. It gets viral. It definitely gets viral. But trust building, authenticity is totally different when you connect with people, when you connect on the personal level. You might be having a lot of followers, but you will see that when comes to getting personal messages, DMs, like when people reach out to you for any kind of, I am not saying that for any kind of help or any kind of services, I'm not saying that, but if someone, just one person even reach out to you and says that, yeah, your content touched my heart and it was something that I was looking for. So that is the authenticity that you build for yourself. And visibility is something, uh, yes, through authenticity, you will get visibility, that's for sure. It will take time, it will not be quick. People think that if you now you start posting after maybe 10 to 14 days, you will see the change. No, it's not like that. I have been doing for it for years. And when I started, I was like, I used to write every single piece on the LinkedIn itself. It was not planned. I never planned any of my content earlier when I started. And it was when I used to sit, I opened LinkedIn on my phone. I didn't have laptop that time. I used to use it from my phone, and I immediately in the morning, first thing, I used to wake up and I opened my LinkedIn, and I just used to write whatever was running in my mind. I used to just start writing. And that has given me the power of, you know, talking to people in a way that they want. So that has given me that power, that authority, that visibility. And I would say that definitely works. And if you just come suddenly and, uh, you know, see two, three profiles and you just want to become like them. So you are trying to copy someone. You are trying to uh, become the version of themselves, version of those people, but not what you actually are. So that is the difference between, I would say, visibility and authenticity.
And I've seen people, many people chase reach out there. Maximum impressions hone chahiye, right? Maximum impression should be there. But the real impact happens when someone from the audience says, I feel this person understands me. Like the way you said, people started connecting with whatever you're writing over there on LinkedIn. Because your personal brand is not what you say about yourself, it's about what people understand about you. Thank you so much, Neha ji, for answering this question. This leads to me the
One
psychology.
thing
Yeah,
is,
please.
like, when I think about those days when we, like 4 to 5 years back, when I started on LinkedIn, everything was raw, everything was so beautiful because AI was not there.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like that time when we used to just scroll through any of the posts, the comment section was so valuable. And that time I used to get 50, 30, 80 comments, oh, sorry, likes on my comments. And that made me like, yeah, that's what I want. That's what has always given me, the aspiration to do it more and more. Nowadays, you will see the comment section is like, I see, I don't have words. But people, I don't know why they are just copy pasting everything through AI and posting on LinkedIn comment section. It has ruined everything on LinkedIn. And I hope people will change and they will write what is like what comes from their heart. At least leave the comment sections. At least just make it the place where we people can you know talk to each other, where people can tell, where people can ha- write their experiences, not just something what AI is telling you. So generic, so I am like, I don't have words.
I can understand from a LinkedIn expert standpoint that you are doing it for years, and AI has come into the picture, and everybody is just copy pasting. Even like I feel like use AI, but at least give it a thought. Don't just copy paste.
Yeah, just don't
Yeah,
be so obvious online
yeah, yeah.
because some people don't use their brain even there when they are copying something. At least do some changes, do some editing, have your own thoughts there. So this is
And visibility gets people to notice you, but trust makes them remember you always.
trust
People
make
will
them,
notice you.
they will
Yeah,
stay, they
yeah,
will stay.
yeah.
And whenever you will reach out to them, they will respond, otherwise they will not. So I have seen, I reach out to people, uh, I believe I can have conversation with, and I can exchange some ideas, I can be of any help to them, or they might become any help to me. So I reach out to people and they respond because yeah, I am building my authority there. I am not doing it just for visibility. And many times it happens that I just don't like get time to you know become so much active on LinkedIn because as I'm a full-time teacher, so I have to manage my time. But yeah, I know when I leave, when I don't be very much active on LinkedIn, I see the difference. I immediately see the difference, and that thing I want to just avoid. I, I I would say so. Yeah, consistency matters.
Yeah.
Consistency with what you are. Consistency is not something to, let's post something, you have to be there, you have to show up. It's not that you have to show up, it's like you have to build connections there. You don't have to just show up. Showing up is very easy nowadays because you can just give a prompt and get everything in a second, and you can show up every single day. So that will not build trust.
It's all about giving time.
Give
Yeah.
it time, then the time will value you. That's the one thing that I can say.
So this leads to me to the third question of the podcast. The podcast is divided in three sections. First section, we are talking deep diving into Sneha ji's work, what she do out there on LinkedIn. She is being humble about it. She has 50K followers already there on LinkedIn, and she has already been there since 6 to 7 years. Sneha ji.
Yeah, I started in 21,
Uh,
six, almost 6 years.
So she has already done that work and will unfold her journey in the third section of the podcast. Second section is rapid fire round. So Sneha ji, third question from our section one.
Hmm.
since we were talking about perceptions, how will people perceive? And it's all about your work, the work which you're doing. You help founders understand the psychology behind how they're perceived online there. What are some common mistakes people make in how they present themselves online there? Is personal branding more about what we say or how people feel after reading what we say?
So if we talk about changing the perception, like how people perceive you, changing the positioning in a way that people perceive you in a way that you want them to perceive. Because sometimes what happens, as I already told, that people become so fancy, they become so uh, conscious about when they write something about themselves, they become very conscious. But again, I would say simplicity matters. If you can say something like that has, you know, if you can just summarize 3 4 points in a very simple one line, that is what I called uh, defining the positioning, right? So can you please repeat the question, because I just uh,
You
started
help.
thinking.
What are some common mistakes people make in how they present themselves online there? What are some common mistakes people make there? Because it's all about emotional connection as well with your audience, right?
Hmm. Yes, so one of the most common mistake that I have been observing is that people try to copy another person. They they think they just go through a few influences profile, they go through all their what how they write, how they have written their bio, how they have written their headlines, uh, and they just try to copy everything for themselves. But everybody has their own standing, everybody has their own set of, everybody has their own thinking there. And what you say online matters when you can build that trust, the way you think, the way you know want people to know you. It's not something that if somebody, see, if I am a founder of something, I have, I'm building any kind of application or something, I call myself that I am a founder of this thing. But how that particular thing will add value in someone else's life, so that can be very professional. But if I talk about something, because I attach everything with human, the, how motivational it can be for someone, how value adding it can be for someone. That's what my thinking is. And I think people just do that mistake when they try to copy another person, and this is what we should avoid. We should have our thinking very clear, we should keep our thinking very clear, that this is how I want to add value in someone's life. And if somebody reach out to me, if I talk about myself, if I am there, I'm building my brand, I am trying to be visible on LinkedIn, I'm trying to build authority on LinkedIn. So if someone reach out to me and they say that, Sneha, I want to understand about personal branding, so I would definitely welcome them for a call. And it would not be paid, because then I would be talking to the person, I would try to understand how they think. And if it is just about sending them the proposal, if it is just about writing everything from your end, so then I am not doing it in a right way, because I don't know what the person's requirement is. So I always talk to people, and I always say when they ask me about my services, I say that just let's have a call, let's discuss everything, because I want to know you. Until unless I know you, I cannot just customize any plan for you. And it's just not about pitching my services. I don't want to do that. See, I know pe- everyone is doing eh, these things for some financial, benefits. It's not that we are just to help other. I cannot say that. It's not like that. I don't want to sound very, uh, what do we call it, like it will not add any value, because I will be very clear. I am there to gain some financial, you know, improvement in my career. But my way of doing thing is that I want to know the person who I am going to work with, because I'm very clear if things don't align. Recently, I just stopped working with someone because I believe that they were not adding any value to me, like in my passion, in my the way I do work. They were not adding any value in it. They were paying me on time, but what I think, they were not contributing in any way. They were not giving me, like, whatever the questions I used to ask, they were not answering me in a way that I wanted. So that was making things like just go in a very formal way, in a very, dull way, I would say. So that is not the way I work. So this is what you keep in mind, that how you are going to add value in someone's life. And if you are clear about it, you will be able to position yourself on LinkedIn very well. And if not you, I can definitely help. So that is what I do. And for that, you always take out some time, connect with me, talk to me, and I'm always there to help.
And I'm glad we'll share the details of Sneha ji at the later part of the podcast, as I mentioned. But stay tuned until then, because we'll uncover Sneha ji's journey as well, how she became the person, the confident speaker she is right now. She's a teacher as well. So we'll uncover her journey as well, how she became, because without pain, nothing, no journey can be transformed. This is such an important point, Sneha ji, about personal branding, which you mentioned, because sometimes people think branding is only about designing or content creation, but actually it is about your emotional positioning to out there, the emotional connection which we say.
Yeah. So it is very true. Uh, Designing, making yourself appear well is one thing. Yes, definitely you need to do that. I am sitting here, you are sitting there. We all are doing a podcast. It will be, yeah, it will be online in a few days. So people will see us. And I want I wanted, like, to be presentable. But yeah, that doesn't mean that I am hiding something. I have seen people hide about themselves. People are not very comfortable sharing, be vulnerable about themselves. So I would say that personal branding stands out when you become vulnerable, when you don't hide anything about it. If you have things to say, just speak out. If I belong to that particular niche, like I'm a personal branding strategist on LinkedIn. I have positioned myself in that way. So that doesn't mean I would not write about something that hit me last day. I would definitely write if I feel that, yeah, something is not going right. I need to talk about it. I need to write about it. I will definitely do that. So that is how people will connect with me. People will know that I don't just give advice. I don't just sound like I am an expert of something. No, it's not like that. I would not undermine my work in a way, in any way. Definitely not. I would not undersell myself. Definitely not. But yes, I would never hide my emotions. I would never say that. Like, I would never try to sound every time very professional. If I have clients, if I'm talking, if I'm working with them, I say, like, whenever I feel like, today I cannot work because I'm not well, or maybe I have something very urgent to attend. So I would definitely tell them, and they really appreciate that, you know, clarity from my end. So I don't force things. I don't believe in forcing things. And if you believe in building connection, that connection builds when you become uh, very, you know, vocal about your emotions, I would say. So yeah, you can definitely tell people that yes, today I am not in a right mood. Today I might not help you out with this thing. So please just, can we do it some other day? And sometimes you challenge yourself that today I need to do this. I have to do this. I have some commitments. That's called professionalism, that you don't need to leave like totally. You can just do things on your own terms. It's not like that. You have to be professional, you have to do the things on time, but sometimes when your emotions don't allow, just be clear about it. So this is how you build connections.
And I'm glad you responded it so beautifully. You articulated it so beautifully because people don't only respond to your words, they respond to the energy, to the clarity, and the conviction behind those words. So, this leads to me to the next question of this round. Snehaji, you are a storyteller and strategist that our audience must have also got to know about you until now. How can founders and professionals use storytelling without making it sound dramatic or fake? What makes a story actually build authority instead of just getting attention out there?
That's the very common problem now, you can see nowadays, because everything should start with a hook. That's not necessary. I don't believe in writing books. I definitely don't.
Yeah.
Yes, that is attention grabbing. That would make people stop and read. But by the time they will come to know that, yeah, this person is just a hook person, there's no value that they add later on. So I'm not saying that those who write hooks are not giving value, but yes, there are different kinds of people, and there are but I would say that storytelling is not something that you need to be very, very dramatic about it. That you have to have some success stories, you have to have some failure stories, or you have to sound helpless. Then only your story will work. It's not like that. You just have to share your experience. If I have, I am coming from a background where my, like, if I talk about my parents, my in-laws, they all are, they come from a academician background. And so, like, the pressure was that I also have to go in that line. And I went. I did my B.Ed. I started working as a teacher. But one thing was there. I always, you know, had that thing in me that I have to do something that is different. And LinkedIn came as a blessing in disguise. I left my job. I started writing on LinkedIn out of nowhere. I just overheard something. My husband was listening to something, and I just overheard that LinkedIn is a platform where professionals meet, and they can find jobs there. So I thought, let's try it. And I knew that I have the passion of writing. Like when I was a kid, I used to write whatever I used to see anywhere. Like I used to like any quote, I used to write in my diary. And every day in the morning, I used to write one quote in my diary. And that was my routine. And then when I grew up, I, maybe because of study pressure, you can say, or change of my environment, I couldn't just keep up with that. But I realized while I started writing on LinkedIn, I realized that, yeah, that thing was always there in me. And I haven't utilized it yet. Why? So I told myself, yeah, that can become your strength. So that gave me push, and I started writing. I started connecting with people, 2 3 likes, 5 likes, 8 likes, 2 3 comments. I used to check those profiles, those who were commenting. I used to talk to them. So that is how story is built. And it is a very, I would say, it might be a very common experience. It is not something I would be telling in a way that, yeah, that happened and then I suffered this, I went through this, and they were not supporting me in a way. So we don't need these kind of words, heavy words on our story. Just a simple experience that you can share, and people will definitely one or two. If one or two, that is enough. It's not that if you have 50,000 followers, they all have to, relate with your story. It will not happen. But even if one person is coming, even if they are saying that, yeah, that I can totally resonate with this, you have achieved your goal. So this is how stories are built. And nowadays, I was just pondering on, like, lately, I was just sitting thinking about what should I write on LinkedIn. One thing came to my mind that to write the success story, first I should have a success. And to have the success, I should have a success story. So that is this, cycle. Success stories come first or the success come first? Can you answer me that? Because
Stories, it's all about what people have
yes,
gone through.
so like I have felt like there are so many success stories out there, and they are putting it out just to attract more success out of it. Like I have gained that much of uh, clients in a single day. I had $10,000 client. These kind of stories just to attract more people, like, yeah, this person is doing something big, I should connect with this person. So like people have created that there should be something very dramatic, very, you know they hype everything. That doesn't mean that the person who is doing good and who is not boasting out these things, like he is not doing good enough in that life. It's not like that. They might be building something that you can never judge through their post on LinkedIn. So you can never judge someone through what they write. They might be hiding something behind their heavy words. So storytelling is very, very personal. It should come from your own experience. It should not come from someone else's copied words. So I believe that people should strictly stick to that. That if you are building something, if you are trying to position yourself, uh, if you want to become trustworthy online on LinkedIn, you have to be very particular about what you let out in terms of stories. It should be coming through your heart. It should be not like just for the sake of gaining followers. So that would I would suggest people, those who have been like listening, that storytelling is something that will gain you followers. It will definitely, but that should be authentic in any way possible.
And this is how authority is built rather than just attention out there. Because, Sneha ji, in this podcast series, I have realized that people don't connect only with success. They connect with the journey behind success, which
Yeah.
you were talking about. And storytelling is not decoration. It's just a direction towards
Yeah.
the way the life is moving ahead. It's all
Yeah.
about giving the direction. Thank you so
So,
much for answering this question, because a good story does not make you look perfect. It makes you relatable, and your credibility is also formed basis that only. So your story is important. Now, Snehaji, this leads to me the last question of this of this particular section. And then we'll be moving ahead from with our rapid fire round. But everybody today, in today's digital age, they want to turn their knowledge into opportunities out there. If they have got that zeal to help others as well through their knowledge and skills, I know from your work that you help people turn their knowledge into influence and their ideas into opportunities, because that's what you have done for yourself as well, being a teacher. What should someone start doing if they want their expertise in today's digital age to actually create real opportunities on LinkedIn out there? And what is more important in the beginning? Is it consistency, clarity, or courage for our upcoming LinkedIn writers there?
so that's a bit tricky question because what should people start doing is something you really need to find the gap because competition is so high and the market is saturating. If I talk about my niche, if I talk about the work I do, the market is saturating in a very high speed. But what makes you different? That will be your strength. And people should start working on not just gaining skills because, yeah, if you are focusing towards learning every single day, you are enrolling yourself in a new course, and you think that gaining knowledge will add something. Yes, it will. But the most and the very important thing is that you need to keep implementing those knowledge, those learnings in a very, in a very subtle way. It doesn't require a moment. It doesn't require a very, you should not keep thinking about implementing something because that is how you will delay things. And once you delay things, someone else will be doing that. Your idea will be snatched in a fraction of second. You won't be noticing that immediately because the ideas are in abundant, the knowledge is in abundant, and you won't believe that the idea that I am thinking today, I am thinking something to, I'm trying to create something today. I would see tomorrow that thing has already come in the market. And how did it happen? I never told my idea to anyone. So there are people thinking similar to me. They have from where they got the idea. So this is what you need to keep in mind, that as soon as possible, just keep doing the things. And I believe in just jumping into it. Because when I started, I never knew what I will do. My first client, I got the call in a storeroom where I was not prepared to take it. I was worried it will turn up or not. I didn't know what I will do. I didn't know about profile optimization thing. I didn't know about it, but I thought like I need some money. That time I was like I need to have something for myself. So I took the challenge. I talked to that person and I was very much, I would say not confident, but like just the faith was there. I just believed in my things that yes, I am a good person. I believe that I'm a good person. And yeah, things will turn out because I'm doing it with a good intention. I'm not trying to, just make money online. It's not like that. Uh, your intentions matter. So something that will make you stand out in this so competitive job market is that how you how good you are, how your intentions are, and you know how human you are in the process, like how you can uh, turn something in a way that people say, I want to work with this person. that person is giving me more value, but yeah, still I want to work with that person because that the aura is matching. The maybe the vibe is very, very light. They feel everything feels so light. They make everything feel so light. So this is something that you have to have in you. That would I believe that will work in coming future. So it's coming from my knowledge, the whatever I know. I might be wrong, people might not agree with me, but yes, that's what I believe. And information is overload. You can have anything in just one click. You can know about anything in just one click. You can even build any app in just, in a week without knowing the coding and all that. But still, what will make you stand out is your authenticity, is the trust that people have on you, is your vibes. So you need to clear everything from inside out. Like you need to focus within. You need to go within. And once you clear your mind, once you just when you close your eyes and you can see within, you can you can conquer the world. That's what I believe. So this is what will work in coming future. So people should, those who are starting, those who are trying to, um, build their authenticity online, just keep this one thing in mind that your intentions matter, and people are so uh, wise nowadays. You can't make fool of anyone, and if you just try to copy and do everything in a copied manner, you won't survive in the long run. So yes, define your USPA, define your system, define your. Uh, I don't have like be human, be kind, be be kind to people. That's what I believe in.
And always trust the process.
Always trust the process. That's absolutely right.
Just
Uh,
begin. I would take it like just begin whatever you're trying to do. You'll find people like Sneha ji out there who are there already. Just begin, just start the process, just take the first step. It will lead you to the next step, what you need to take. And that connects so beautifully with the theme of this podcast as well, Sneha ji, whatever you said, because it's all about the daily courage, the daily clarity, the daily consistency which it takes in building this process forward for a legacy which we are trying to create out here, right? It's a legacy. It's a vision. It's anyone who wants to create an online thing. It's a legacy because down the line, 20 years, 30 years down the line, everyone would be having a digital profile. Then where the current people would go? So they should start building from today itself. So that's what the message is, because people just don't trust perfection out there. They just trust clarity, what the people are trying to convey out there, because you have knowledge, everybody's knowledge has value, but only when people can understand how it helps them.
yeah, true.
Snehaji, what I'm taking from this section now is that personal branding is not about noise. It is all about clarity. It is not about becoming someone else, which you already highlighted. It is always about helping the world understand who you already are. And maybe that's where real trust begins.
The more you know yourself, the more you know the world.
Beautifully summarized. So this ends the first section of our podcast. Now we'll be moving with the rapid fire round. It's a quick rapid fire round. First thought, simple answers, no overthinking. Okay, simple answers, no overthinking. One word, one line, but let's make it quick. It is just about to know you more better, how you respond to things, how you know about. Let the audience know what you actually think.
And what if I get stuck?
You can say pass.
Yes, because as you know, I when I speak like Very
So
long.
that's what we need to know about you. If it's a rapid fire round, let's do it rapid now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Sneha, it will be fun. I would say it will be fun. It will be energized in such a way
Let me
that,
have a sip of water.
yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah,
Sneha, ready?
yeah, yeah.
Sneha, first question from our rapid fire round. How would you define personal branding in just one word?
Trust.
It's all about trust, which you are creating out there for others, and you need to trust yourself too in that process. Sneha, content or clarity? What will help a person build authority out there?
Of course, clarity. Clarity will let you make a lot of content.
Beautifully answered. Sneha, third question: storytelling or strategies? What works more?
Both. But if from my perspective, I would say it's strategy, because the stories will, and you might not be having a lot of stories to tell if those are real, but you can always have a strategy around when you do something.
Beautifully answered. It's all about strategizing how you want to communicate that story of yours.
Yeah.
Next question, Sneha. One mistake most founders make there online, which you see out there.
They are not clear in what they want people to know about themselves. So that's what lead to some disaster sometimes. So when they are not clear, people, when they are not sure about their thoughts, their thinking is not clear, so how would people come to know what they want to offer?
True. It's all about clarity. It's all about strategizing how you want to
And everything
communicate.
is coming to that one point that clarity should be there.
Clarity should be there. Sneha, next question. One platform you trust for personal branding in today's digital age?
Of course, LinkedIn. So,
LinkedIn is always there.
Yeah.
Sneha, please go ahead. Yeah, it's the most professional, likable platform which I've seen. You're true. You're right about it. Sneha, okay. Next question from our rapid fire round. Let's make it real rapid. Visibility or credibility? What serves more?
Credibility. So,
if the credibility is there, visibility will automatically would be there.
Automatically follow. Yeah. Slow, but yes. It will
Slow
be there.
And steady wins the race. Next question, Sneha. One word every brand should make people feel in today's generation, today's digital age.
Sorry, every?
One word every brand should make people feel, connect from their emotions. One word which you can define.
Authenticity, of course.
It's all about leading with authenticity. It's all about leading with your intentions. That's what you said. Next question, Sneha. What do you define ghostwriting in one line? A lot of people are talking about ghostwriting these days.
Ghostwriting is adapting someone's mindset in a way that you can position them using your words, but clarity what they have in their thoughts. So for that, you need to definitely have a lot of conversation with them so that you can adopt their, you can know their thinking, how they think, how they perceive things. So then only you can give words to it. That is what ghostwriting is.
It's all about how you want to communicate with clarity. Again, coming down to the same concept, clarity is the first step. Sneha ji, next question. One myth you want to break about personal branding.
Personal branding is not about consistency. It's about connections. It's about how many people know you, how many people will immediately come to know what you are going to say in the next line. That's what builds your authority. Because when people know that this person talks about this particular thing and they, they start understanding your thinking at one point. It comes gradually, it comes naturally. When you keep connecting with people, they would start uh, immediately connecting your thoughts with the outcome itself. So yeah, it's about connectivity and not just consistency that people boast about. It consistency is like will build you brand.
And thank you so much for answering this, Sneha ji, because lot many people are talking about consistency these days. Oh, post more, or post daily, or post that, post that. But the thing which you mentioned, it's all about connection.
Connection.
Strategizing is there, but it's all about connections first. What do you want to give out there? Thank you so much for answering this. Sneha ji, next question. Teaching or storytelling? What shaped you more in your entire personality right now?
Storytelling, of course, because storytelling gave me wings. I connected with so many people out there through storytelling. Teaching is one thing I would say that, yeah, I am into teaching. But to be honest, when I teach little kids, I see like it is a totally different thing what I do in teaching and then what I do here online. Because I teach little kids and they don't, but if I have to just connect both the things, so I would say that teaching, if you are teaching a little kid and if they don't understand something immediately, so what comes in your mind? What would you do next? You will simplify things. So that is what here we can see in personal branding or in strategizing thing in storytelling, that you need to simplify things. If the person is not getting your point, you need to simplify that thing. So this is the common thing that I have seen in teaching and storytelling. But yeah, obviously I would choose storytelling because that's what has given me wings, and I could see the potential in me that earlier I was not able to.
And this is what storytelling does. It shapes you not from a soul standpoint, it shapes you from what that soul can become for others too.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Sneha ji, for answering this question. I know we were talking about writing. One habit that people can, which you can suggest to people that improves writing skills. One habit which you want to propose.
Okay, so whenever you are going to write for yourself or to make it online, like live online, just do one thing. Just close your eyes, think about the topic, write it down, and then keep dumping every idea there. It will not be perfect, so you don't have to be perfect in a very first line. Just keep dumping your ideas, keep writing, and then just go back to that first line. And wherever you feel like you need to do some changes, just do that. Don't overthink so much that you are not maybe sounding so professional. So it doesn't matter. It should be coming from your heart, and if it does, people will definitely like it. So it doesn't have to sound so professional, because writing is something, I can say that, yeah, there are people who are very good at vocabulary, who are very good at connecting lines one with other. So, yeah, there might be people writing better than you, but you don't have to think that, yes, if I have written this piece of content, it doesn't match the label out there what is online. So you don't have to think in that way. Just keep writing, keep posting, and that one day you will see that, yeah, you will keep improving in that. So when I started writing, I used to, but if I'm thinking and I'm writing and suddenly somebody says something, because I'm sitting with 2 3 people, I used to forget that, and then I used to shout like, what happened, what did you do, I was writing something, and I just, the whole line just vanished from my mind. So that happens, and you again have to come up with that beautiful line. It becomes difficult, a little bit challenging for you, but don't immediately take the help of AI tools, because that will not let you think. And if you want to sound trustworthy online, you have to have your voice there, and just keep that thing in mind. If you are starting, if you're really starting out there, so just don't focus on the AI tools, because that will not let you think further. So that will not add any value. You can definitely take helps ideating something. If you have already built something, you can definitely take help of AI tools. But when you are telling something, when you are story writing your story, just keep it in your own voice.
And beautifully described, because this leads to me, this will get answered in the next question, I would say. One thing people should stop posting or stop writing about, which you think from your experience?
Stop posting or writing.
Because sometimes it's all about it's not about doing every time. It's all about sometimes not doing certain things.
Yeah, so I would say that if you want to refrain from something, like, don't be generic about the things. Don't try to educate people what is too generic. Don't try to sound so salesy, or don't try to sound like advise people through your post, because that will not work in a very good way, I would say. People are not there to take your advice until you are someone, until you build that trust. So keep refrain from giving advices. And what you should do, you can definitely share your experience, your lessons learned, but just don't give advice until they ask for.
And beautifully summarized, because everyone knows everything. It's all about connecting first, and everything will get unfolded by then, if the energies are intact there, if the alignment is there. So keep seeking, keep building. And moving on to the next question, one thing people should post more about.
Of course, about your achievements, because every achievement is something to celebrate about. Like, every achievement is worth celebrating. If it is just a little step you took, if that is something worth celebrating, you would definitely enjoy the success when it comes like in abundance.
Right.
If you're not grateful in little things in life, you will not be grateful in bigger things as well. So everything starts from how you take your blessings. If you have been given something, you should be always grateful about it. That if just to give you an example, if somebody looks good, if the confidence in their personality, so they should always carry themselves in that way only. Because if you become casual, if you take like things that casually, like, yeah, theek hai yaar, it's fine if I am attending a wedding, I can just sit like that and I can just be casual one day, what, it will not do any harm. No, it will, because you have been given that confidence, you have been given that personality through God, and you have to take care of it. Always keep grooming yourself. If you know, if that is naturally, you have been given that personality, your that beauty, or maybe that confidence of speaking or connecting with people, you have to be, you have to, take care of it always. And if you just uh, it will be snatched from you, it will be, taken to someone else, given to someone else, sorry. So you have to be grateful about everything that you have.
It's
That's
all
all.
about being grateful. It's all about having a vision that you are here to create something which is of your own, and through your own skills, through your own experiences, through your own life, you're able to help others too. Not by force selling, you're not selling, you're just there to serve. People will take it automatically from you once the trust is built. So this leads to me the last question of this rapid fire round, Snehaji, because we were talking about trust a lot, clarity a lot. Just complete this sentence for me. Trust your journey means. What does it mean to you?
Trust your journey means that every unfavorable circumstance in your life will definitely lead to something that you will call blessing in disguise. Something that is unfavorable today, you are not satisfied with the idea, with the job you are doing, with the work you have been given, you might not be satisfied with that. Or maybe you are aspiring to become something, or maybe you are aspiring for a particular job or something, and it is not, it is like God is not ready to give you that. That means something bigger, far better than this is for you. So you should trust the process. But if you break down, if you just if you keep saying that, yeah, like, why I am the only person, why I have to suffer this. No, it's not like that. Just keep saying it. If you understand, again the thing comes, if you understand the value of being gratefulness when the situation is not so favorable. See, if you fail, if a child, if I teach a child, and see what I will teach my child, if he is 11 years old and he failed at something, so I would say, just say thank you for this. That, yeah, God, you have given me the potential and I really worked hard for it. Maybe something was lacking, maybe I couldn't do much in that. Thank you for this failure also. Thank you for this failure because I have learned what I should not do. So once you start becoming grateful for every failure, for every unfavorable situations, you will see that things will start unfolding in a very, you can't imagine, in a very magical way, things will happen to you. So if I tell you my story in a very short, like, I never knew that I can talk to people. I can, you know, uh, I was a shy person. I was, uh, I don't have much friends. Like, I don't believe in building collect. Didn't used to believe in building connection, but now I do, because I know that everything comes to you in a very magical way when you just trust the process. When you don't crib about something, just be thankful and you will feel the blessings. So it's very spiritual kind of a thing, I would say. People, those who are not into this, those who don't believe, in all these things would not agree with me. But yes, that's my personal experience that bad things, every bad thing lead to something better. But
And
when you, but when you believe that, it's not that you cribbed about something, you said so many bad things about that particular thing, and then you are expecting something good to happen, that will not happen. Because God is also watching, because He never leaves you. He is always there. He is always there. If you believe in God, if you believe something, like someone is holding me, like anything, like you will not fall. You will not, and if you do, He will give you strength to get up again and do the things. So, this faith you have to keep in mind, this belief you have to keep in mind. Just
so, trust your journey means keep that faith within you and keep aligning your energies on daily basis. We are all connected by one sun. We all would be having one kind of emotions only, depending on the situations we are getting entered into. But as you said beautifully, Snehaji, that it's all about being grateful that the divine is there, someone is there out there protecting your energies, protecting you till now. If any of our audience is listening, I'm sorry I'm taking up up this in the rapid fire round, but I had to, because it's all about connecting with your energies first, and you'll unfold what you need to take the next step. Just keep purifying your energies out there. Be grateful always about everything. Snehaji, that was sharp and full of clarity, I would say, because sometimes the most powerful answers are not long answers. They are the ones that make us pause and say, yes, that's true for us as well. So this ends the second section of our podcast.
and this
Now,
rapid fire is telling me that sometimes you get to know different things about yourself when you answer in, uh, you know, in this way. So you get to learn something about yourself also. So yes, I have, like, I would tell it maybe in the end what I gained, and definitely I will.
and I'm glad about it. You enjoyed the round, Snehaji. Now
Definitely.
we'll be moving on to the third section of the podcast. Welcome to section 3 of the podcast. Now we'll be diving deep into Snehaji's journey, the challenges, the pain, the struggles which she has went through to become a person who is talking to us right now. Snehaji, I know from a host standpoint that every journey I have recorded on this series has got a story. The person they have become, why they have become the person they are today. Before helping others, finding that clarity in themselves. What was your own journey with clarity like? Was there a time when you also struggled to express who you are or what you do to people?
Yes, of course. The journey was quite challenging for me because when I randomly started writing on LinkedIn, I didn't have a plan. I was not looking for any job because that was the time of pandemic when everybody was struggling, everybody was going through something. They were having not having any house help, they were not having, you know, of course, the good health. People were somewhere struggling with this. And that time when I started writing, uh, something unfolded. Like, because when you're married, you have a child, you have a lot of responsibilities, and then comes the burnout. Then comes the point where you don't want to do anything. When you just feel that I need a break, I am so tired physically, mentally. And then living with, like, living in the society where the pressure is to look so perfect in your role. I was doing that. I was trying to achieve that thing. And I always was focused toward, you know, how I appear, how am I able to manage my responsibilities? Am I doing it the right way? So the more I did, the more I felt that somebody will come and say you're doing less. So you can never satisfy everybody out there. You can never, you know, become, I don't have words to say that you have to then choose. You then have to a little bit slow down your things, slow down your journey. Don't just be available for everyone every time when they ask for, when whatever they ask for. Don't just be available for everyone out there. So that is what I started learning that time. And when I felt the gap of what I was doing to myself, I was always a passionate student. I was always very, you know, I was studious. I got good score in my school, in my high school, like in my higher education. I did my higher education after marriage, and that was also very challenging. Doing things, household things, cooking food, and then doing the studies, and then go and give exams, and then everything was not so perfect, but I somehow managed. And I believe that that time also God was with me, because I believe when you don't have the power to do everything on your own, then you ask the divine to be your guidance, to be there with you. And he was there. And I could manage everything. But then I realized that I need to understand more. Like, I need to understand myself. I know the world, I know the demands, I know I'm fulfilling it. I'm, I'm missing my sleeps. I am sometimes I'm eating less. I am taking so much exertion because I have to make everything perfect in the house. So then I realized it didn't happen like very quickly, but yes, it took a lot of time to like. But then I understood that yeah, some things should not, like, some things are not to look perfect. Some things can look messy sometimes, and it is perfectly fine. If you're not able to do that, just don't force things on you. Just don't uh, be harsh with yourself. So that at that point, I realized that yeah, I don't need to be harsh on myself. I started living for myself. I started giving time to my things. I started giving priority to my things. And when I did that, I became bad. That happens. And then again, things hit you, and then you start feeling bad about it. Yeah, yeah, I'm not able to do this. I am just focusing on myself. Although I'm doing the things, I'm responsible. I'm a responsible mother. Still, I'm a responsible daughter-in-law. Still, I am a responsible wife. But apart from that, I have my own life too. I have my passion. I have desires. I have dreams. So I need to take care of that also. When I will do that, because can some things can't wait on your to-do list. You know, it only comes as a regret, and you just can only regret about things that you didn't do at that time. So that I learned that yes, become bad little bit. It's fine, because perfection is actually a myth. You cannot be perfect. Your house cannot be perfect. uh, that was the changing point in my life. And things don't end here. I have a lot to say. I have seen a very challenging time when I almost stopped using LinkedIn because I believe that things were not uh, going in my favor, uh, in terms of, like, I had to answer so many people for so many things. I made mistakes. I would not say that I was very, very perfect in everything. I made mistakes. I I didn't know how to talk, how to just be clear. I was not clear about my things. क्या करना है, कैसे करना है. It became like, it was like I was, कहते हैं ना वो, I was just moving blindly. And once my husband told me that, why do you just keep writing on LinkedIn? Why do you write such long paragraphs on LinkedIn? What is it giving you? Like, ठीक है, it's fine. If it is your own post, then I understand. But you are commenting on someone else's post, like like a long paragraph. It is taking so much of your time. Why you are like doing this? I said, I don't know. I just love doing this. Then he understood, and now he says he appreciate me for that. That you kept doing that despite me not understanding that what you were doing. You kept doing that, and that thing have given you so much. And he always believed in me. He always pushed me to do something different for what I was doing that time. Just not be like, just not become the teacher only. Just do whatever is in your heart. Do keep unfolding things for yourself. So that gave me courage that, yeah, someone is beside me. If not everyone, like my husband was there, and I was very I feel blessed about it that he was there with me. He supported me in my journey, and I could, generate, uh, that makes me emotional sometimes, because the background I come from is like, do the simple job that should be safe, that should be secured, no matter if you uh, if it excites you or not, if it opens door for you, if it let you grow in your career, no matter. But just be on the simple path. Just follow the simple path. So that I just I'm coming from that background. I'm coming from that journey. Uh, Now I believe that you should do everything that is given to you. That if you can think about something, you can do it, because not everyone can think about that thing. So if you have given that idea, if God has given you some idea, if God has given you some vision, that means He will give you strength to do that also. So that's what I believe for myself. And yeah, this has been my journey. I have told you in very short. There are a lot of things, but yes, that's the conclusion, that yes, give attention to your dreams. Don't sacrifice them for the sake of that responsibility that people, you know, give you. Things can wait, but your dreams can't. And there is no, people will not tell you that there's no limit to anything. Responsibilities keep coming. On every stage of life, responsibilities are different, and they keep coming. So there's no end to it. That if someone says, let your child grow up, when he grows up, I have some other responsibility. Let this thing happen, then I have some other responsibility waiting for me. So Things are always there, and you have to just make time for yourself.
So make time for yourself, and it's all about trusting the process. I'm grateful to your husband Snehaji that he supported you in your journey, and now we are recording this podcast together. Our audience, if anybody resonates with Snehaji's journey, just mention something about your journey too in the comments below. Snehaji, I can understand because sometimes we teach what life first makes us understand deeply from ourselves. We are only teaching that only out there, right? What we have understood deeply from our emotions, from the journey which every individual goes through if they are choosing a different path, what is not generalized in the society. So it's all about connecting. That's why your work also feels grounded, I would say, because it comes from the observation skills which you have got and not just theoretical aspect of it because you've experienced it by yourself. This leads to me to the second question of this round, Snehaji, because you are into teaching as well, you are into personal branding as well. You spend your days teaching young minds and your evenings helping founders and professionals build their brands. How has teaching shaped the way you understand communication? Do teachers naturally become better storytellers because they simplify complex ideas every day in their life to young kids?
Yeah, so I would not say that this is true, that not every teacher is a storyteller. But yeah, cap they have the ability to understand people. When I talk about teaching little kids, I have seen that they don't look for the knowledge that you give them. They look for the connection that you give. They look for one simple word. If you just tap their back and then just say that very good, you have given, like you have done this so well, they will be the happiest on the earth. And this is what I think people, those who are experts now, those who are founders, CEOs, coaches, they don't need the tap on their back, but yeah, they need that, you know, someone who is there to understand them. Because I have seen that people who create something, they have a different kind of brain. They have a different kind of, thinking. They are not the normal people. Because if normal people can do that, everybody out there will be the founder or the CEO or, you know, so they have different brains. They have different kind of thinking, and they want someone to understand them on that level. So I would say that teaching has told me to connect with people, to connect with the young minds in a way that they are not just seeking knowledge, your they are seeking your trust on them. So if a child comes to me and they ask me something that how this thing is done, so if I tell them that this is done in that way, or if I tell them that I will just give you the hint and you will have to do it on your own, so that will boost the energy of the child. That will give him wings to explore the things in a very natural way. So I'll just give the hint that, yeah, you just think about it. This is that, this you can connect in that way. And when the child comes again, yes, ma'am, I could do this because you told me in a very simple way that how I can solve this problem. So that is what common in personal branding and teaching, where you can just uh, talk to that exceptional brains, and you can just tell them that, see, your journey is unique, your thinking is unique, you just need to simplify it from here to here. to get that connection, to get that trust from the people, those who are there, to understand the things on a very simple way, in a very simple way. So I think this is the similarity in both. And I would say, yeah, when we teach, we explain so much. We try to, when I teach kids, I, I have seen myself explaining uh, in a very, you know, in a way that I think that my children are like, they would not understand me if I say one line. So I will do it in a very, dramatic way, like, yeah, this happened, and then that is how I'll try to explain them. Because I don't believe in revisions. I believe that child should learn at once. What I'm teaching in the class, if I am a good teacher, I should be able to teach them in just one lecture, or in just one, you know, in that one period. If it is taking some time, I will take that time. I will do this in the very, at the very same point, that I'll try to make them understand the things in a very simple way, with a lot of examples, with a lot of life experiences. I will try to explain them so that they don't need revision. I tell my students that uh, if you are not paying attention to what I'm telling you, you will not be able to do good in exam. Because I don't believe in revisions. I will not tell you to now revise everything that I told you that time. Just listen to me right now. And if you just listen to me carefully, you will understand it at once. You don't need to do any revision. So my students believe that, they do that, and then they sit very quietly in the class. They don't make any noise because they know that I will get angry. So when I talk to people, when I talk to experts, I would say that my work is just to get into their minds and then decode the things for them in a very simple way. This is what I do in teaching and in learning.
And your journey actually becomes powerful when you learn how to communicate it better, any which way. It becomes it gives that amplification. It gives it that wings, which you talked about. And I personally feel that best communicators are not those who use big words out there, big vocab or fancy words, which you mentioned, but actually those who make people feel, I'm finally getting what I want from this platform. So that's what people should feel out there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sneha ji, for answering this question. Now, the next question, I understand it from my journey standpoint as well, what I have gone through during all these transitions from corporate career to this, switching to this particular role. Now I'm hosting people like you on this series. So many talented people out there, people feel misunderstood or unseen if you are getting entered into such an industry. In your experience, what is the emotional cost of not being able to express your value clearly now out there? If you have entered into this field, you have to create that value, you have to communicate clearly out there. Can lack of clarity create self doubts even in capable people out there?
Yes, again, the same thing. You cannot just rely on becoming someone else because someone else is doing great. Their success mantra cannot be yours. Everybody has that unique way to do anything. So they have to just decode that unique way and just become first. Uh, just become yourself. once you become yourself, once you understand yourself, you can, you know, you can, no challenge can break you down. Because every time you are telling someone something, yeah, this, I am this, I do this work, I have this expertise, and I can help you with this thing or that thing. And they are not getting you because you're trying to sound perfect. So, what I have started doing, what maybe I didn't know about it earlier, but as I am going through a lot of things, I, in this journey, I have learned this particular thing that has helped me a lot, and that is helping me a lot in, in getting touch with so many people out there. So I don't try to sound very professional. If I open a profile and my, you know, I feel like I should connect with this person, for what? First, I just think, like, for what? Yeah, this person can be my potential client, and maybe I can help them out what they are lacking somewhere, and what is not making them stand out in the crowd. Maybe I can help them out. And then I believe, then I think, and then how would I tell them that I can do this for them? Because so many people must have reached out to them also, and why would they hire me, or why would they take my services? So then I think that now if I just become myself, like, I'm Sneha Longson, and I just came across your profile, and I just want to connect with you because I think your journey is something, uh, that the thing that you are doing, I can definitely help you with, you know, enhancing your brand on LinkedIn. I'll just be raw. I don't define like it in a very fancy way. I'll not do it in a very professional way. So I mentioned it in a very first line that I just don't want to sound very professional. And if you still think that I can help you in any way, just give me a thumbs up, give me a heads on, and I'll connect with you on a call. Talk to me and then know each other. When you'll know me, you will talk to me, you will come to know me, how I work. Maybe I might, maybe I'm not very, you know what, maybe I'm not uh giving you exceptional services. Maybe I'm not that person. Still, I'm, you know, I have to reach that point where my services are exceptional, where no one can beat that. No, it's not like that, but I am someone you can trust inside out. What I do, I'll be very clear with the process, with the pricing, and with everything that will be there in the journey of, you know, helping you out with your personal branding or something. So this is what I believe, that uh, knowing yourself help you in a better way to connect with people. Your strength. I was lately talking to my husband, and I told him that I am unfolding my strengths after talking to so many people in the past week. So I don't remember. I got connected with 3 4 people, and the people who were at the very high position, they belong to very good, you know, they are from very good countries. They were like the kindest people I got in touch with. So they made me feel so light when we were talking. They were good listeners. They listened to me carefully. They talked to me. They listened to my story, and I believe that why would they? Why are they interested in my story? But I think the people, those who are kind, those who value the other person sitting in front of them, they win the game. They are the person who win the hearts, not the one who has the exceptional knowledge or who has the exceptional business, or you can say anything. Like, I believe that the kindest people are the winners. So this is what I take for myself too. And I would suggest, like, I would say, like, if I have to say one thing here, that be kind to your journey first, be kind to yourself, because if you're not kind to yourself, you will keep doing the things that don't align with your passion, that don't align with your dreams. So first be kind to yourself, and whenever you are talking to someone, just be kind to them as well, because you never know what can touch them, what can change the life. So this is what my message would be.
And that's where personal branding becomes emotional too. It is not about
Yes.
visibility. It is all about building that self trust within ourselves with the message which we want to deliver out there. And being misunderstood for too long can make even talented people question their own worth. Because the society judges. Let them judge it. Let them judge. Let people
That's the
judge.
thing. Sorry, I missed that point, that yes, if you are confused,
Yeah.
or maybe if you're not uh, clear with your messaging, people will misunderstand you, and that will backfire in some way. So you don't have to you will not be able to afford that loss. And then the first thing first, that you have to be clear, you have to be trustworthy, you have to be authentic, and eventually people come to know what you do, how you do, and what value you can add. So
And this is what a journey gets unfold. If you are someone, if you're a founder, if you're a business owner out there listening to us, and who is trying to build their brand out there, it's all about trusting. It's all about creating everything with your intentions, purifying your energies first. That's what Snehaji mentioned. Purify yourself first and fill yourself first, and then you'll be able to pour it to others too. So thank you so much, Snehaji, for answering this question. I know you have been through many struggles, many emotional moments too in your life, which has made you the person you are today, the resilience which you have built through your journey, through your experiences. What has your own journey taught you about growth, identity, and trusting your own voice? Was there a moment where you realized this is the work I'm meant to do now? What was the turning point? Because LinkedIn can be overwhelming too for many people out there if they are solopreneurs out there.
yeah. So sometimes what happens, we try to get into someone else's we just listen to someone, and then we think that, yeah, this is a very interesting thing, and maybe this is for me also. But not everything is for everyone. And to decode what is for you, you have to have that point where things are not going in a very right way, or maybe you are overwhelmed doing a lot and things are not turning up. See, if my journey on LinkedIn was to connect with people, I achieved that in a very first year of my LinkedIn journey. My most of the followers come from that first year, first and second year. So I gained almost 44,000 something followers in my, first and second year of the LinkedIn journey. So that was the point where I felt so blessed, so happy about it, that I could do this, because I never imagined that for myself. And after that, a point came where I have to, you know, leave the things, because of so many reasons. I can not just tell everything in this short time, but yeah, there were a lot of reasons I could not do much. And the first client I got was wanted me to work for full time, like for him. I did that for 3 months, and after, you know, when uh, I said yes, that yeah, I can work for full time, and that was for 8 hours. And I used to have the conversation, and I was like, I used to fumble a lot. I didn't have a lot of, knowledge that time about the things I was doing, but I was trying to grow in that. But as I just kept going, and then I realized that there are many things are unfolding, and I'm learning a lot. I'm learning to use different apps. I didn't have a laptop that time. I used to do everything from my phone. So my phone was like a little device, always with me, working for me, making me happy. Every single time when I used to open my phone, I used to see a lot of notifications on LinkedIn. And then the hope, every time when I used to open it, the hope that someone will uh, connect with me, and they would be needing my services, or maybe I would start earning something out of it. And yeah, of course, because that time I was focusing on that. Ki, yeah, now it's time to monetize things, because just doing things for the sake of doing is was not like making people happy around me. Because I for them I was wasting my time, you know. But I knew something that yeah, it's not the waste of time. It will give me something in a very long run. So I was building my brand there without knowing anything about it. So that came naturally. And I could do that because I was meant to do that. And then I realized, yes, this thing is for me. And people started telling me that uh, when you do something for me, it works in a very different way. When I do the same thing for myself, why it doesn't work? So I started believing that yeah, I have this blessing of moving the needle for someone. Maybe that became the point for me. And then I realized, yes, some people are blessed to do something. And, you know, we call doctors, there are doctors. Some people, like, some doctors are there, those who are called, like, if they will just touch you, you will get healed. Why this happens? Because they have that blessing. They have the blessing of healing someone. It's just not the knowledge that they have. It's not just that the uh, hard work that they did throughout the year of uh, learning and, you know, training, but it's the blessing. So somewhere God blesses you in a very certain way, and you have to realize that thing. So this is the thing that I would just share here. And that made me realize, and now I believe that yeah, these things are for me, and I would do better in it in the coming future. Like definitely, I am focusing on learning and implementing things for myself.
And beautifully said, because clarity does not always come before taking any action. Sometimes clarity comes because we keep taking or keep showing up through those actions. And that's what you did. And that's what transformed your life. It all gets connected. We once we go through a phase, it will all get start automatically get connected. Oh yeah, that happened because of that reason. Oh yeah, that happened because of that reason. Oh yeah, that happened because of that.
Yeah,
Everything has a reason.
you start connecting the dots.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
backward.
And the content might get your attention, but as Sneha ji mentioned, clarity always builds authority out there. So keep trusting your journey. Sneha ji, I know we have been talking a lot about many things out here about how to become a good founder in and clearly communicating your thoughts out there. If you're a professional, if you're a founder, anyone out there who is seeking that help, we'll share the contact details of Sneha ji. Stay tuned for that. But Sneha ji, next question: uh, if someone out there who is watching us right now, who has that depth of knowledge, that experience in himself or herself, the ideas which we talked about, thousands of ideas are there, but still feels confused about how to express themselves, what would you say to them directly right now? Let's say this directly to the person who knows they have something valuable inside, but has not been able to express it yet out there.
One thing for sure, start sitting with yourself. Take
Start
a
sitting with yourself. That summarizes everything.
take a moment, make peace with you.
Yeah.
Whatever you have, just once be grateful about it. Once you let that energy out, that yeah, you're grateful for the journey, you're grateful for the blessings, you're grateful for each and everything that you're having right now. Once you start taking that energy in, you will see that how things unfold. And that is the power of, uh, connecting yourself with the right energy. So this is what I would say. Not much to say here because, or rather, you or after that you can definitely come to me and whatever I can do best, I would do that.
And always remember this, your voice doesn't need to be louder, it just needs to be clearer. As the theme of the podcast has been that we should be clear in expressing our selves, whether in writing, whether in words, whether in whatever we are trying to communicate out there.
वो
Sneha ji, yeah, please go ahead.
अगर हिंदी में कहें तो एक बार खुद से कहो तो क्या चाहिए तुम्हें, एक बार खुद से कह के तो देखो, मतलब खुद से कहोगे एक बार तब तो पता लगेगा कि यस यू आर, once you just close your eyes and say I want this thing, clarity will start coming at that point itself. So tell yourself, yes, tell yourself the power of uh, connecting with the right energy, power of connecting with divine, and things will definitely work out. So I believe that there are so many factors that uh, hinder the growth of the person. It's not that something they lack in themselves. It's sometimes it's the environment you are in. It's sometimes uh, the people you talk to. So start removing those uh, distractions also. This is also one thing that we need to do. If the people that are not good for your mental health, just keep a little distance because that matters a lot. So stop taking that bad energy, stop taking that bad vibes. So sometimes they are not obvious, that like it's not obvious that they feel bad about you or they think bad about you. It is not like that. Sometimes attachment works in a very negative way. So if a person is attached to something, they will keep thinking about it. They will keep worrying about it. So worry is something that gives you the negative energy. If my mother is sitting there and so worrying about me, like what my daughter must be doing, how she will be, how must be she might, उससे होगा या नहीं, कर पाएगी या नहीं, doubtful thoughts. So this is the negative attachment, I would say. So you have to give the positive vibes. You have to. So if someone who is listening to me right now, they have their children or maybe their spouse, or maybe their parents, don't worry in a way that becomes a negative vibe for them. Just pray, just let everything in God's hand, and give them the energy that, yeah, I know you can do this. I know you're a confident person. I know you have the divine energy with you. So this is something will lead you towards growth in your career and your personal life as well.
And how beautifully summarized that it's all about the divine energy. You need to connect with yourself, the self belief you need to have in yourself, and keep trusting your journey. Sneha ji, the last question of this section will be I'm super excited to ask about this question because we're talking about personal brand, and personal brand is a legacy in my in your words, in universal language. If we talk about everybody who is concentrating on personal brand, they're trying to build something which can last generations. Looking ahead, what is the ultimate vision you hold for yourself, for your people out there, for your clients, and the world? What do you want your legacy to be remembered for?
Uh, to be honest, I didn't fully get the question because uh, to simplify that for me.
So, everyone out here, every soul who is writing on LinkedIn or trying to build something from their own, right? There must be some or the other thing which they have back of their mind, like what is the mission, what is the vision of building this particular brand, what is the legacy you want to leave behind, what is the legacy which you're trying to build out here, which people can remember for always.
It's about myself.
Yeah.
So, so yes. Uh, Recently, I was thinking about this, that how many thoughts I have written out there, and it's there online. People can read it out, and how that reflect my personality, how those posts reflects my personality. So if those thousand, I think thousand to like it must have reached thousand, more than that. How those thousands of posts reflect me, my personality. If they are not contradictory, you have won. You have won the game. Because the thing that you are doing for past 5 to 6 years, the things you are doing that time, you're carrying that legacy with you. Still, you're carrying that legacy with you. And if there is no contradiction, you have already won the game, because you were clear at that time as well. Maybe those were the raw things. Now those are refined version of those raw things, but they sums up at one point, and show you they show the personality of your, like, they show your personality in a very, in a very clear, in a very simple way. So that is what I would say that you build. This is what you carry as a legacy with you. And LinkedIn is my asset. I call it my asset. And one, I remember some, like, a few years back, somebody was my client, like, not a very big client, but I was helping out him with some small things. So once he asked me that, can you sell your LinkedIn profile to me? Can you give it to me? I'll pay you for that. So that was the point you know, I started believing, yes, now you have built something. If somebody is coming and asking you to sell that, like, for a very good amount, so that means you have built something very, uh, big. So this is what I believe. So yeah, everything should be in a very, you know, when you look back and you look back your journey, those things were raw, but still they were you. And now this is the refined version of yourself, but still you. So the better version of yourself, competing with no one in the world, competing with yourself. So this is what I believe in, like what I carry forward.
So, how would you define it in one line? What your journey is all about until now and what you're trying to build? Just one line.
So my journey is about being constant with my thoughts and, you know, when I look back at something, it should not feel contradictory. So your thoughts should, like I said, those will be the refined version of you, but those should reflect you in some or other way. So
So,
if if in future I build something bigger, I build something, let's suppose I'm building an app, for example. And if that app is for a particular work, but somewhere I am very sure about it, but somewhere that technical thing also will reflect me in some or other way. Because that is what I believe in, that everything should have that uh, the reflection of your thoughts and feelings. Everything should have that. Because then it's yours, then it's you. So I recently changed my LinkedIn banner. And when I was creating that LinkedIn banner, I felt that yes, the things I have been doing, I was doing in a bit wrong way because I was trying to fill the gap. I was trying to portray myself. I was trying to sell myself in some other way. But now it's very calm and it's me. So if you go through that, you will, if you will see and you will realize that what I am talking about. So you will immediately get that because you have that power, I think. So now I am becoming the refined version of myself. This is what my journey is about, all about.
and audience, if anybody is getting resonated with such an empowering journey, because everyone goes through some of the other emotional struggles in their life, in their transformation phases, in their transition of different evolved version of themselves. Just keep believing. That's what Sneha mentioned. Keep connecting the dots. Keep aligning with your energies. Keep aligning with your past, present, and your future will automatically be shape up. Sneha this section reminds us that every powerful voice also goes through confusion before clarity. Everyone goes through that confusion phase. And sometimes the journey is not about finding something new. It is always about expressing what was already inside you with more courage, simplicity, which you mentioned, and the real truth with your intentions. Sneha how can people reach out to you for your services? Please share your contact details as well.
Okay, definitely I'll do that. So,
Though we'll mention everything in the
yeah,
in the description too, but I would like to know how can people reach out to you if your
yeah,
LinkedIn profile is there.
it's definitely you can I will drop my LinkedIn profile link there, and you can anytime reach out to me through DM, and you can send me a connection request, and I would definitely love to connect.
Sneha thank you so much for this beautiful and insightful conversation which we had on personal branding, how people can build their founders, professionals as well, who want to create a income source or a brand which can serve them from monetary standpoint as well, which gives them a financial freedom and emotional freedom too. They're expressing out there. So today we spoke about personal branding, storytelling, clarity, trust, and communication. But more than that, we spoke about the courage to express who we really are. To everyone listening, if you feel you have the knowledge, but people are not understanding your value, just don't lose hope. Maybe you don't need more content out there. Maybe you don't need more clarity. Maybe you don't need to become someone else too. Maybe you don't, you need to, you just, maybe you need to just express yourself better to yourself. The inner self journey, which you said, it's all about connecting with yourself. Because when your message becomes clear, your journey starts reaching to the right people. This is Trust Your Journey 1.0. Until next time, simplify your message, trust your voice, and always, always, always trust your journey. Neha, any last message from your side, and we'll wrap up.
I think you already summed up so well. And just one thing, that start sitting with yourself, start exploring what inside. Don't just always look for people or someone to validate your thoughts, validate your visions. If you have the power, if you have the capability to think about something, you will definitely achieve it, because not everyone can even think about those things. So just keep that thing in mind, that your journey is unique and you have to just trust the process. Everything will unfold on its own.
And this is what it's all about. Keep believing, keep taking actions, and keep trusting your journey. Until next time, if you like the episode, just share it with your friends and families, and let their journeys also get unfold. Just one ignition is all it takes. I'll see you in another episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Snehaji.
Thank you for having me.